My name is Lisa Dyalivani. Welcome to the Open Studio. Today we're going to be talking about absent fathers. And since the Women's Month is over, we're going to allow our guests to introduce themselves. But Patrick, can you take over?
Good afternoon to you and good afternoon to the viewers. It's a pleasure to have me on the studio. My name is Patrick, my name is Godana, and I'm from Sisonke Justice.
Welcome, sir.
Good afternoon. I'm happy to be here. My name is Amos Gaji from Bless the Mall Group.
Welcome, sir. Speaking about absent fathers, what is a father figure and how is it present in every child's life? With Patrick.
Well, my understanding of the father figure is not only a biological being, but also it is an emotional being that is connected to a child. Fathers, they play a very fundamental role in the upbringing and child development. And if a child grows in an environment where the father is emotionally connected to his oneself, the better for the child, because the development goes in a very holistic manner. It's very sad that in our country we have a huge number of absent fathers. In our research that we've conducted with the University of Johannesburg, 64% of fathers are absent in the lives of children in this country, which is a worrying factor.
And from your experience with Amos, what is the reason why we have so much high rate of absent fathers?
From my experience is that fathers are busy. They tend to ignore their responsibilities as fathers, more especially if you are at home, as Patrick says, already mentioned that they are supposed to be mentor, they are supposed to be there for their children. But apparently in these days, currently now, the children grow without fathers, which is the very challenging issue in our country. And the problem is we fathers will be busy. Yes. I mean, there's a lot of, we ignore whatever responsibility that is there for the fathers in our homes.
Yes.
May I respond to that question?
Yes.
Because from where I'm sitting, I do not actually agree with my colleague that the fathers are busy. Mothers are busy too. But we've got a history in this country of the disconnection of fathers to the well-being of children. And this dates back in the history of the migrant labor system. You will remember that most fathers were conscripted to go to the mines in Johannesburg and other parts of the country to dig this precious stone that they do not even wear. But they will only come back once a year or once in 2 years. And out of that, there has been huge absence of fathers in the lives of their own relationships, but also in the lives of children. But again, also we understand that there are other factors. There was a history of the armed struggle in this country that has made many of us to leave the country. And fathers left their own households. But we understand that there's another element of socialization for us as fathers. Because we do not have present fathers, we don't have a reference of a present father, such that now we don't see the importance of fathering as imperative. Again, that on its own is actually making fathers not to connect with their own children. And I think it's about time for us to correct that.
Wow. With that being said, Amos, is there time or a space that you can remember in your life where you had a missing father or a moment that you really wanted your father there that you can share with us?
For me, I grew without a father. My mother was the person who was always there for me. Actually, my mother passed away in 2014. And then there was, all these years, there was a missing link. I didn't know where to go. So my mother was a father, and my mother was there as a mother. And she was everything for me. After our country that is why I've mentioned, I'm just going to respond to what Patrick is saying now. After 1994, we know that we were in the government where the apartheid was like taking everything from us. But after 1994, we find out that the country was free, and those fathers came back. I mean, to know that now, okay, I've got a responsibility and I'm here, and then I need to be a part of my family and all that stuff. But if you find out, currently now, the high rate of crime, it becomes because there's no father. There's no father figure. More especially, you find out there's a boy who's there and there's no father. Now, that boy should every time listen maybe from the father, from the father's side. But you find out it's difficult sometimes. The mother is not there, and then us boys, we always listen from the fathers. You understand what I'm trying to say?
Yes.
So the problem is, for me, it was difficult really in my experience, because my mother was there, and I had to go and study. I mean, I went to my uncle was looking after me and all that stuff. But I always ask myself, where is this man? Where is the father? Where, I see other boys there is fathers, but there was absent of the father in my side.
Wow. Would you say this actually affects boys more than it does with the girl child?
Exactly.
Yes.
I would say that.
All right. Would you like to add to that?
Yes. Well, for me, fortunately, my father was physically present at home,
As we go to the break.
but emotionally he was disconnected to me and other siblings as children. And again, I want to give explanation around that. The manner in which fathers and men in this country were socialized is such that we are not expected to actually express our own inner feelings.
All right. While we actually at that, after the break, we're going to go through into the inner feelings, because a boy child is expected to be strong and not to cry and everything like that. We're going to short this after the break.